What's going on, guys? Today we're heading to Lake Superior. We were going to go smallmouth fishing this afternoon, but it was like 1 degree above zero this morning, and there's actually ice on most of the lakes. It's just been a crazy year. We had ice out super early, but now we got ice up again. So we're heading to Lake Superior. We're going to do some coho fishing. We'll see what happens. We got a few hours till the sun starts to go down, and we're hoping that the cohos start biting good kind of around sundown with that little bit of lower light. And we're just going to be trolling stick baits shallow and see what happens. Usually the cohos are pretty close to the surface this time of year, and they're pretty close to shore here. So we're just going to be fishing out of Duluth, and we're going to drop the boat in and get after it. Alright, we're heading out of Rice's Point here in Duluth, and we just talked to some guys at the landing, and they said they didn't catch jack squat. And beautiful bright sun shining straight down into the water, so that should really get them fired up. Hey, Kyle?
Yeah, we're screwed.
We'll see how it goes.
It'll be a miracle if we catch them, but
yeah,
miracles can happen.
And we don't have any other options, so this is kind of it for today. We're here, we're going to do our best. We're going to pull some stick baits through the water and see if some salmon eat them. So let's get after it. Alright, so we're about 100 yards out into the lake, and we figure this is probably a good spot. There's no boats, so that's also probably a good sign that they're hammering when you don't see any boats on the entire lake of Lake Superior. I figure, huh, Kyle? We should crush them.
I like it. At least there's not going to be anybody around us.
No, not a lot of competition. Water looks super clear. No runoff, so that's great. All right, put them down. So I think I'm gonna start probably with this. What do you think?
The Whopper Plopper has been known to work in many situations.
That's why I keep it in my trolling box.
Especially 48 feet of water when it's 35 degrees.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one. All right, guys, we have been trolling for 5 minutes and we still don't have a fish. So I'm starting to lose confidence.
We should probably call it, honestly.
I think we should give it another 5 or 6 or 7 hours, probably, honestly. But it's beautiful out here. Water's blue, sky's blue. We don't know what color the cohos are because we haven't caught one yet, but I'm guessing they're going to be silver if we do. So we're going to keep trying different speeds, different baits, and see what happens. But we're here. I see a boat on the horizon yonder, so maybe there's a chance. We got our first fish on. Oh yeah, it's actually not that long. How long has it been?
It's been a long time.
We might not get skunked if we can land this thing. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Look at that green. Oh yeah, we didn't get skunked. Not today. Wow, look at the color on that thing. That is crazy.
That is a really cool,
Wow.
pretty fish.
That color is unbelievable. Look at the green on his back. Just a mirror. I don't know if I've ever seen one that green. That is neat. Alright, we're on the board. Alright, so we caught our first fish. We've been looking for bait, we've been looking for fish. Kind of up and down, we moved once. Finally found some bait that was a little bit deeper, so we actually put a couple deeper diving stick baits on, a couple flicker minnows, and probably wasn't 10 minutes after we changed those out we caught our first coho here. So we're definitely going to go back where we caught that one because that's very typical of cohos to school big time this time of year, and if you can just turn around and go right back through that same area. Sometimes you get bit again. So we'll go do a U-turn here and see if we can get another one. There we go, guys. Coho number 2. That was on a really shallow running stick bait. Starting to get a little bit darker here. This is kind of getting towards the evening. We figured they might be moving up in the water column, and we moved a couple baits up a little higher. Another good eating fish right there. Hopefully we can pick off a few more here before it gets dark. So if you guys want to try trolling for cohos early season on Lake Superior, it's really easy. If you have the gear to troll for walleyes with boards, you have what you need to troll these cohos. They're up on the surface, typically within 20 feet of the surface. We're just running stick baits behind the boat, about 50 feet, clipping on a board, sending it out. And we're trying a few different lip sizes on our stick baits to get them down a little bit lower, keep them up a little bit higher. Colors, oftentimes bright colors work really well for cohos. Today, so far, the fish we've caught anyway have been on super clear, like natural looking colors. So it just depends on the day, but right now the water is really clear up here. This bite lasts all the way, into June. Oftentimes, when the surface temperatures start getting into the high 50s, they start to move down in the water column. But it's a pretty prolonged bite, and it can be really good for some good tasting fish. So what we're doing here is basically just trolling in the top 10 feet of the water column. So none of our baits are diving deeper than about 10 feet right now. We're in 70, 80, 60 feet of water. So, these cohos are cruising that upper layer of water in the winter time and into the spring. And that's usually where we get them, is super high up in the column. So you don't need any special equipment. You don't need lead core, don't need downriggers or anything like that. You can just come out and troll stick baits right behind your boards and catch them. So as far as speeds go today, we started out at 2.5 and we ended up catching a fish right as we were checking a board. So we pulled that board a little bit and it sped up, and we ended up picking up our speed just to see if the fish wanted a little bit faster bait. And the last couple we've caught have been at about 3 miles an hour. So even though the water's cold, salmon still will move pretty fast to hit a bait, and sometimes they prefer it moving a little bit faster. So that's a little frozen. We got him. Got him. Lake Superior candy. Well, guys, we're packing them up for today. We got a few. Wasn't fast and furious, but we were able to come out in the middle of March and catch some fish. So we had a good time and kind of hopefully showed you guys how to do it yourselves. The fishing should only get better from here. So if you got a few boards, a few rods, go give it a try. Get some nice weather, head out there, pull some boards around and catch yourself some Lake Superior candy. See you later, guys. Get hooked up.